Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you've had a great weekend and that you're relaxing on this glorious Sunday night, getting ready to go back to work, and that you've had just amazing times with your family. You've laughed, you've loved, and you've lived. So I am going to go ahead and start a segment on my channel, I think, called Substitute Sundays, where I find products that you can get at the drugstore that are dupes for high-end products, that are dupes for foundations or powders or palettes. I'm not sure how I'm going to find these, but I'm going to do some research. I'm going to see what I have at home. I picked up a couple things at the drugstore today that I think would help you out, that I want to try. I have tried the high-end foundations that these are dupes for, so I can tell you truly if they are. Some others, I'm going to give you the information and then try myself and kind of insert some pictures, maybe every video I do or every tutorial I do, just kind of telling you, oh, so from my foundation review or my Substitute Sunday where I found like the face products, I'm going to go ahead and insert pictures every time I use something from the mentioned Sunday video. So today I'm going to go ahead and start with face products. I have some foundations, some contour sticks, some concealers, and some powder products. So I don't have very much, maybe like 6 or 7 things, maybe 8, but I wanted to go ahead and just give you an idea if you're on a budget or if there's some months where you need something different, you want to change it up a little bit. I will go ahead and give you some great ideas, some great alternatives to some products that you can buy instead. So if you are interested in this video, if you're interested in dupes, or if you're interested in kind of hearing about alternative products, go ahead and just keep watching. Okay, so I am going to start with the Giorgio Armani foundation. The Giorgio Armani foundation is one of those that is so popular. Everybody loves it. People swear by it. It's a fantastic foundation. So I'm going to first read to you what the description of the Giorgio Armani foundation is, and then I will read to you the dupe description as well. So the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation is $62, and the dupe, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, is $12.19 on average. So the Giorgio Armani Silk Foundation is Radiant Complexion Foundation, a beautiful finish that is not too dewy or too matte. The oil-free formula is lightweight and silky while being hydrating and provides beautiful coverage. And the L'Oreal True Match contains SPF 20, so that is a great dupe for the Giorgio Armani foundation. I have worn this one, and I have also worn the Giorgio Armani, and I can tell you that they are 100% dupes. Next one I am going to talk to you guys about is Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. So Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation runs $38, and the Revlon Cover Stay Makeup for normal to dry and combo to oily runs $9.49 on average. The Estee Lauder Double Wear is a buildable medium to full coverage, an exceptional staying power that goes the distance while absorbing shine. So it is perfect for oily skin. However, I have normal to dry skin and I am able to wear it and get away with it. It's a wonderful foundation, as is the Revlon Color Stay. The Revlon Color Stay performs every bit as beautifully on the skin, and it also stays for a long time. However, you do have to like touch it up every once in a while. I know this is supposed to be a 24-hour foundation. Mine is in the color 180 Sand Beige, and mine is normal to dry, but there are a wide array of colors. And then my Lumi color is in the color neutral. Say on theirs the jewelry, so they say gold jewelry or silver jewelry or both kinds of jewelry. And mine, I look good in both kinds of jewelry, both colors, so that's why I always get the neutral. Okay. The next dupe I have for you is the Bobbi Brown Stick Foundation. The Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation Stick runs $46 at most retailers. And the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation Stick, this one here runs $7. I am in the color 220 Natural Beige. I actually use this for a contour stick, but it is a bit light, so I do recommend using it for a foundation stick in loose. The contour stick. So the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation is blended with skin tone correcting pigments. That is exactly what this has as well. So this has a little like corrector in the middle, and that's kind of what helps ensure that it's all the same skin tone. So Bobbi Brown's Twist Up Portable Foundation Stick provides creamy, buildable, medium coverage. So it is a buildable coverage, and also contains oil controlling minerals to reduce shine. Maybelline's Fit Me Foundation Stick is a close dupe. I can also argue that it is not 100% dupeable, but it is pretty dang close. It is a gel cream foundation that is comparable coverage. This one you have to build up a lot more, like you have to play with it a lot more. And the finish is like a dewy, not really matte, it's like a dewy semi, I guess you could say. But this again is only $7. Okay, the next foundation dupe that I have is for MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation with SPF 15. I know people are always looking for this dupe. The MAC one is $27, and the dupe, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, is $5.99 at most retailers. However, I have seen a big increase in it. It used to be $5.99. The one I bought was, I think, $8.99. And I am in the color 120 Classic Ivory. And this is normal to oily, but they also have like normal to dry combination. I get the normal to oily one in this one because they don't have a matte and poreless in the dry, unfortunately. So I'm going to read you the description of both, and then I will tell you my honest opinion. So the Studio Fix is one of MAC's best foundations with a silky fluid texture. It blends beautifully. It's a medium coverage with a natural matte finish that's great for combination to oily skin types. I also agree with that. This one I find a little rough for my skin, as well as the MAC one, because I am more normal to dry. So the balanced matte finish isn't super drying, and it does kind of an okay job at keeping the oil at bay. Like, I am not super fond of the MAC foundation because it does cling to some of the dry patches when I do have dry patches, but I've heard that it's really great for oily skin. And then the MAC's version comes in a wide variety of deeper skin tone colors, and that is the same thing for Maybelline. So I can say 100% these are dupes, but they're just rough for my skin type. Okay, so the next foundation that I have is for Makeup Forever HD Foundation. The Makeup Forever HD Foundation is $42 at most retailers. I think at Sephora it might be $44. And then the dupe is the Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush. Mine is in the color 001 Ivory. So the Revlon foundation is a little bit harder to blend than the Makeup Forever foundation. However, I did wear this one today and I really, really loved it. This is the first time I've ever tried this, but I have tried the Makeup Forever foundation, the HD, and I feel like they are 100% dupeable. If this one, like for me, isn't a little bit better, I feel like this one might be a little bit better actually, and I never say that about drugstore foundations. It is a little bit harder to blend than the Makeup Forever, but I don't mind that because once you do, it's a beautiful finish. And I'll go ahead and insert some pictures of me when I just have the foundation on, nothing else on top, so you guys can kind of see what this looks like on the skin. And remember, I have normal to dry skin, so if you're the same skin type as me, you can see kind of how it fits. It doesn't sit into pores, nothing like that. It's a really, really great foundation. So the Revlon Foundation wears off, I would say, in about 12 to 13 hours, whereas the Makeup Forever foundation wears off in about 15 to 16 hours. I have found the difference, but I don't wear my makeup for that long, so it's fine with me if there's a couple hours difference in that. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation is better for dry skin, as is this one, like normal to dry skin. I have heard that some people with oily skin do like the foundation because it is kind of a normal skin foundation, but I have dry skin and I really like it for mine, as I do like this as well for mine. Most of the time I have normal skin, unless it's like changing seasons drastically, like at the start of winter or the end of winter, I get a little bit patchy in some dry spots, but this guy really, really worked. So I'm going to try it in a couple months when the weather changes to see if it stays the same way. I do like the Makeup Forever foundation, but that one is worse when it clings to my dry patches. So this guy runs $13.99, and again, excuse me, the Makeup Forever foundation runs about $42 to $44. So that is the dupe for the Makeup Forever. So I have my next product is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is $29, and there are a couple dupes for this particular concealer. So this concealer is light to medium coverage, however it is buildable and you can get it to a coverage that you appreciate or that you like. I only have one of the dupes with me now, and I do actually have one at the moment of the NARS, so I've been comparing them the last couple of days. And it is the NYX High Definition Photo Concealer that I believe used to be $5 and now it's $6.99. So that concealer is a little bit yellower, and it is a little bit more coverage than the NARS. But I have found with the NYX that one creases a lot. The one that is my favorite for the dupe, my favorite dupe for NARS is the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer. I'm in the number 15 Fair. And this is a great dupe for the NARS Radiant Concealer. It is $7.99 at most retailers. So this one comes in 6 shades. Again, mine is in the color Fair. And its consistency is similar to the NYX concealer, a little bit thicker, but it's easier to blend. And the NARS concealer is a great under eye concealer, but Maybelline can do anything. Like it can do under eyes, it can do any other coverage, but the NARS one is specific to under eyes. So again, I can say that this is an actual dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. The next things I have are powders. So the first powder that I have is the Master Fix by Maybelline. This is the Face Studio Powder in Translucent. And this is actually, I have this product right now as well. This is a dupe for the Makeup Forever HD foundation. They are the same exact thing, literally, you guys, okay? This one is only 4 grams, 0.14 ounces, and this one is 0.21 ounces or 6 grams. So you get a little bit more bang for your buck in this guy, but they set the same, they are exactly the same. And then let me just tell you a little bit about them so you know. The Maybelline Master Fix Setting Perfecting Powder ranges about $7, maybe $8. And the Makeup Forever HD Micro Finish Powder is about $27 to $32 depending on what size you get. They are both great under eye setting powders. They have both full coverage. However, the downside is that they both give off a white cast underneath your eyes if you take flash photography. So my suggestion is to, if you are going to use these powders, do not try to take a picture unless you set it on like underneath something else, and even then you still have a little bit of a white cast. So that is the dupe for Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. So the next product I have for you is banana powder. This is the NYX finishing powder, obviously in the color banana. This runs, I believe, $9.99 at Ulta. This is an exact dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Refill in Banana, which is $14.99 at, $14 at Ulta Beauty. And they both are for under eyes. They both set very nicely. They're both matte, and they both are very long wearing. My preference is this one. It is an HD finishing powder. I don't believe Anastasia is, but please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. I do like this one better than the Anastasia contour powder just because it sets nicer on me and it helps with creasing. So there's a difference of about $7 if you're going to get the refill, which they started to make for Anastasia palette. But if you buy the whole thing, obviously there's a bit of a difference. The NYX finishing powder in Banana is a little bit less yellow than the Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I actually prefer that. The last thing I'm going to talk about are contour sticks, and I have 3 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and give you, or excuse me, I have 2 contour sticks, and then I have a Revlon highlighter. So next dupe is the NYX Mineral Stick Foundation. This is in the color 09. I use this as a contour stick, which most people do. It's just this color here. It's like a darker. This is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick or foundation stick, whatever you want to call it. The Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick ranges from $20 to $27 depending on where you buy it, her website or Ulta, sometimes Sephora. And this is $12.99, I want to say. I don't know the exact cost, but I do believe it is somewhere around maybe $9.99 to $12.99 at Ulta. I have tried both of the contour sticks, both of the foundation sticks, and this one I can say is a little more difficult to blend, and the Anastasia one is a lot less long wearing. Not a lot of people like the Anastasia one. I'm not sure why. I've only tried it maybe once or twice, but I have found that it does wear off of me pretty quickly, whereas this one stays on a long time. But again, the blendability is a little bit lacking, and the Anastasia one has a little bit more or a little bit less longevity. So they're not exact dupes, but they are pretty similar. It just kind of depends on what you want for a contour stick. And you can always use a mineral foundation stick for contouring. That's what a lot of people do. The caramel tone. The next dupe I have, or similarity, is the Maybelline Master Contour Stick. Mine is in the color 01 or 010 Light. And this is just a contour and highlight stick. It has a contour on one side and then it has a highlight on the other side. So this is similar to a MAC contour stick that has both the contour and the highlight. So this retails for $6.99 depending on where you buy it. Sometimes it is a bit pricier, $8.99 to $9.99. I got mine for that price at Walgreens. So the MAC Studio Quick Trick Stick is $32. It is sold only on their website and available at limited MAC stores and limited Macy's and Nordstrom's. Again, the Maybelline contour stick, is $7.99 to $9.99, and it has the highlight side and the contour side. The MAC one has a contour on the top and a highlight on the bottom, but they are very, very similar. The MAC contour stick is a sheen finish on the highlight side, but a full coverage contour on the other side. This is also that same way. The highlight is on this one richly pigmented and natural looking. It does glide on pretty close to butter, and it's trouble free to blend out with a brush or a sponge. I do like this one better than the MAC one, just because I like having them both on the same side rather than flipping back and forth on the MAC one. I have tried that one. It is good quality. Obviously everything at MAC is almost, but this one has superb blendability. The MAC one I find is a little bit harder for me to blend. Because of the creamy consistency, it is going to need to be set with a powder, as is the previous contour stick that I showed you by NYX. The longevity on this one is an all-day coverage. It does blend well with everything, even when you use a setting powder over it. It is an easy contour stick to use. It is affordable and perfect for travel. It is double-sided, so when it starts to wear down, it can be difficult to get the side, but because of the color, I really like it, and I'll just use a brush or my finger or a sponge. That's the only downside, I think. If you're a beginner in contouring and you're after an affordable contour stick and you want to kind of try first having everything kind of in one spot and you can use both sides, I recommend this one, and then moving on to one like the MAC contour stick. Alright, so the next thing I have is the Revlon Photo Ready Insta Fix Highlighting Stick. This is in the color 200, and this is Pink Light. I wish I had swatches so I could show you guys the colors, but I will work on that for my next video. At least now I can kind of tell you not really like color, but blendability, price, things like that, longevity if they're dupes. So this is a dupe for the Becca highlighter in Opal, the one that is a liquid. I believe that one, so the Becca Glow on the Go in Opal is $20. And this one is $12.99 at most retailers. Sometimes you can find it for $10.99 at drugstores. I really do like this one. It is long lasting, which a lot of highlight sticks are not. The Becca highlighter I have in both the actual pressed form and I have it in the stick form. I can say obviously that the Becca one does have more longevity and is more of a full coverage highlighter, or you have more pigment to it. This one is good for setting before a highlight. It does have a sheen to it and it is pretty iridescent, but then again, you know, highlighting sticks like this are a little bit hard to just the pigment is really hard to get in these unless you are a higher end brand. I do like this one a lot better than I do like the Opal, because I feel like the Opal one is more runny, and I'm not a fan of like just pure like liquid highlighters, like illuminators. I don't really like those. As long as they come in a stick, I'm totally fine. So this one is almost an exact dupe for the Becca highlighting stick or liquid, in that it has the same consistency, or excuse me, it has the same longevity. The price tag obviously is one of the major differences here. The only difference is that the Becca one is more watery and this one is in that the cream form, in a stick form. So it is a little bit different in that regard. Last two things I have for you guys is a setting spray and a primer. This first one is the NYX primer. It is the matte finish. I do also have the dewy one. This runs about $7.99, and this is a dupe for the MAC Fix Plus. A lot of people do argue that this is not a setting spray. I would agree. However, this one is. This one runs, I believe, $20, $21. Again, this one is $7.99. They do feel the same as far as the spray and as far as the smell. but this one is more of a setting spray, and this one is more of just kind of like a spray to use on your eyeshadows. I do think that this one is better. I do like the MAC Fix Plus for my eyeshadows to make them last longer and things like that, but some argue that these are pretty similar, if not close. What I have for you is a primer. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This is $7.99 at the drugstore, and this is almost an exact dupe for the Professional by Benefit. This little small one is $12, but they have 3 sizes. This one is, I believe, so 7.5 milliliters, and again, this is $12. They have a medium-sized one that is $32, and then they have a really large one that is $41, I do believe. These are exact dupes. I bought this once because I didn't have enough money to get the bigger size of the Benefit, and I did not find any difference other than the consistency. This one is more of a clear consistency, and it is a little bit more gel, like the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. However, they do the same thing. They, feel the same way on the skin. They last the same amount of time. But I do believe in this case that the Professional is a little bit better than the Baby Skin. But if you're looking for an alternative to the Professional, I would definitely recommend the Maybelline Baby Skin primer. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you on my Substitute Sundays segment. I am going to go ahead and try to do a little more research in my next video, maybe have some swatches, so I can actually show you the products side by side. I was able to have some of those tonight. I would like to show you colors, and I would like to show you consistencies, but I thought just giving you like a price difference, the same kind of finishes and things like that, letting you know in my opinion if I do think they're dupes, because I have tried a lot of the products that people say or critics say or bloggers say are dupes, and I can give you my honest opinion as someone who will tell you what I like better, what I don't like about a product, what doesn't work for me. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really do appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope that I give you some information that is useful, something that you can go ahead and take into consideration when you are looking for a new foundation, looking for a new concealer, or whatever it is that you are looking for as far as makeup at the time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and a like if you like videos like this. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below if you want more of these, or if there's something else you want me to review, something else you want me to find a dupe for. Again, I do appreciate you spending time with me tonight, you guys. And remember, don't ever let anybody tell you that you have to be someone that you don't want to be. Thanks so much, you guys. Mwah. Have a great night. See you later.